Alright, here's a short video on how to drill microscopic holes and tap them so you can thread bolts into them. So here's kind of my setup. I'll start with our drills. This is our bigger drill, hand crank. It's got a nice chuck there, and this will actually go down quite close. You can clamp on real small drill bits with that. I really like this. You just got to be careful you don't pinch your fingers in them gears. It hurts, speaking from experience. This is a pin vise or a jeweler's drill, and the way it works is really pretty slick. It's got a spiral cut there, and this, when you hold this, push down, it spins the drill. So I mean, it's not going completely around, it spins forward and then back. You can put your finger on here and you can drill like that, and it, as you can see, it's already drilling into that leather pretty fast. Again, it's called a pin vise. We can get that to focus in there. It's got those teeny little crosshairs. I can clamp on that drill bit right there. Is a 1/32 inch drill bit, and as you can see, it's pretty teeny. This thing is the exact same thing, but it's designed to fit in either a cordless drill or a drill, or I can put that in my little drill press and use that. So those are the drills. Over here we have some drill bits. Love this set. That little holder is great for keeping them organized. Picked this set up at Ace Hardware, and all those little silver lines in there, those are drill bits. If you look, they're teeny. So you've got these are numbered bits all the way down to a number 80 on the small end up to a 61, and those are teeny tiny drill bits. Also got these two sets. These are matched to my taps, so I can drill. This is a number 50, I believe, and I think this is a 56, and we have to use that to drill the hole first. Whoops. And then we tap the hole. We cut threads with these. So this is a tap. This is a 1/4 20. It's marked on the shank there. That's obviously broken. It's one my students like to use. We've gone through 6 of those this trimester. And then these two are much smaller, but you can see this is a 256, this one here in the middle. And I don't remember what this one is, but it's teeny tiny for my little teeny screws, and I've actually broken that one off and reground it and can still use it. I'm using those for these screws. So these are two, I believe they're 256, and these would be good ones. I've never actually used it for this, but these would be good ones for if you're trying to reassemble a car. You could drill the rivet out with the correct drill bit, number 50 here, use the matching tap, and then you could put one of those screws in it. These ones are really small, and I use them all over the place, using them on several different builds. So there's kind of the setup. So let's see if I can get this camera set up and show you how it works. Alright, so here's a chunk of aluminum, and one of the tricks I like to do to make sure I drill in exactly the right spot is I use, this is called a scratch awl. We're going to put a dent right where I want it to go. Okay, they need to be super sharp or this doesn't work real great, but you can see that dent in there. And we take our pin vise or jeweler's drill, we're going to set it on there, and we just start drilling. You can use it like this, or you can just grab the chuck there. I've got my palm resting on the top swivel. You probably can't see that. You don't have to apply much pressure because these drill bits break super easily. In fact, I am wearing safety glasses. I strongly recommend it. First thing I did when I got this was put one of my smaller drill bits in there and snapped it, and it hit me right in the face. So you just drill it, and you'll notice I got that piece of leather under there. That's so the spring is pushing down on the chuck for us. When it finally drills through, sometimes it kind of pops through. And if you do this on your kitchen table, it's going to leave holes. We're getting closer, almost there. We can just keep going like that. Oh, I think I'm through my, make sure that's tight. Nope, not yet. Getting there. It's a slow process, and especially if you want it to be in the right spot. Yeah, it keeps sticking. The vise is not grabbing on my drill bit very good for some reason. I usually use this 32nd inch drill bit as my pilot hole. Drill my first hole with this, and then whichever bit I'm going to be using if I'm going to tap or anything else, I'll drill that one next, and usually it goes through lots faster when we've got the first hole drilled. Getting closer, almost there. You can tell I'm almost there. You can see it starting to dent. So we're real close right now. When it finally does pop through, sometimes it can catch. So just watch out for that. There we go. All right. So we're through. Stuck in the leather. There's our first hole. So next, I'm actually going to try tapping it with this, but before I can do that, I have to make the hole bigger to fit that tap. So I'm going to switch to this drill bit, and this one works really well if you're drilling it with a drill press. Maybe we'll set the drill press up and do that real fast. You could do it with the bigger drill by hand. That works just fine too. All right. Would help if I tighten the chuck, huh? There's that hole. Alright, so we're going to put the tap in this drill, and I just use this mainly because it's got this nice long handle I can hold, and I run this with my finger. We're going to cut this, so I'm going to thread it in, and you got to back it up to break the chip, or those again will break. So you cut maybe a quarter of a turn and back it up. You got to make sure they go in perfectly straight, just like that. Just keep working it through. And if you're doing a deeper hole, you probably want to go in a little ways and unscrew it all the way out. This, not a deeper hole, but just to show you, you can see some of the chips that are falling out. If those chips fall down into the hole, they can plug up the tap, and then that's when taps break. So, looks like we're through. Anyway, yep, we're through, so we can unwind that, pull it out. Again, be careful with these. They're made out of a high carbon steel. Break really easy if you bend them or torque them too much. But so there's that. I'm going to run and grab the screw and see if it worked. Alright, here's my screw, my Allen wrench. Just like that. Tapped, threaded, and ready to go. So there you go.